You're now tuning in to BS Talk. She came to keep it 100, not the BS show. So listen to Queen Key. She here with some free game. No he say, no she say, but maybe a replay of the news, giving views, and she dropping shoes. Maybe even a couple tools that you can use. Yeah, cause there's a lot we need to talk about. So we gon' kick it like we chillin' at the barbershop. BS Talk. BS Talk. BS Talk. This is BS Talk. Yeah. BS Talk. BS Talk. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Queen Key BS Talk. So today we will be talking about, do kids break up relationships? I'll say yes, they can, and it also can be a good thing. So we gotta, that situation is a yes and a no type of answer when it comes down to that, but I'll say yes. So we're gonna start with Mr. Juan, and how do you feel about, do kids break up relationships?
First and foremost,
Oh, you already know.
Here we go.
I would like to say hello to Miss Kiana, Miss Cassie, my man the cameraman, and of course, CMS District 2 candidate, Coach Juan Hall.
Dubsy.
Okay, and answer the question again.
Do kids break up relationships?
Yes, kids can break up a relationship. They're very manipulative in your relationship. And the answer to your question, yes, they can break up a relationship without a shadow of a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes those relationships need to be broken up.
And you think it's okay for a child to be in the midst of that, especially if you and that person just had a child together. Y'all had a child together, and then now that's the cause of y'all just deciding that y'all gonna go ahead and go y'all separate ways. Because now it ain't just about y'all. You got the child there too.
Well, the thing I see when you have a child and it comes into your household, the first thing of it is when a child comes in your relationship, that means not only do the child come in, now you got your mother's opinion, my mother's opinion, my daddy's opinion, everybody's opinionated on what's going on with that child. So before, whereas to maybe your mama wasn't even dealing with us like that. Mm-hmm. Now the baby's in the situation. Now here come your mother with all of your parents and your side of the family with the religion of the baby. Mm-hmm. How things should go to schooling. What you can and can't say around the baby. It need to wear Huggies instead of Pampers. All kind of stuff comes in with a baby.
Yeah.
But see, but sometimes it's not just the baby. Sometimes it can be the step kid.
Well, that's a child.
I know it's a child though, but because sometimes you see it where you could have the mom and she's a single mother and she has the son, and the son done went years without any type of authority. And now the man comes in and the man wants to be like, okay, we're going to do X, Y, Z. And then the little boy is bulking. And then the mama like, no, don't do him like that. It's okay.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it's so many dimensions to this question.
Yeah.
It's so many dynamics to this one question she asked me. What you said, what I said as a baby coming in, because you said, do kids break up a relationship?
Yeah.
And when a child comes into this world, it's a totally different dynamic to y'all relationship.
It's changed. It's gonna change.
Everything changes. Even if you're a step parent or a real parent, the question is, does a child break up a relationship?
And these are different. These are different situations where children, and that's basically what we want to do. These are different situations that people allow to happen in their household,
Exactly.
and not really recognizing that one day these kids gonna be gone, and we still gonna have to have a relationship.
Right.
Not saying they're gonna be gone totally out your life, but out of the household.
But once they leave your household, they are totally out your life. Because after they turn 18, 19 and leave home, the person that leaves home is not the person that walked back through that door.
Cause now I'm grown.
They grown now.
Well, I mean, they become their own person. They see life from their own aspects of where life need to be. You might raise them to be a Christian. Now they get with a person that they can doing their morals right.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a citizen of the U.S. Or, they give them some hippies. So you never know who's going to come back through that door.
Yeah.
And that child you have can come back through the door, talk to you a certain way, and they'll say, well, you getting the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, they ain't got to go nowhere. Now you and your husband at odds.
Mm-hmm.
About to break up your relationship.
Yeah, but even back to what Cassetta was saying about, a stepchild coming in, and especially when it's a son, and the mama and her son done been together all this long time. Now you got a man coming in, and he want to show some authority because this boy had been running all over his mama, and the man like, wait a minute, he needs some man input in his life.
And 9 times out of 10, the man gonna lose when it comes down to a woman and her son. That man gonna lose. It's gonna be like Baby Boy, the movie Baby Boy.
Never seen it.
Yep.
You ain't never seen the movie Baby Boy?
I never seen the movie Baby Boy.
Oh.
So I can't give you no references from it.
Oh, okay. Well, there was one episode in there when he said you got the Oedipus complex. That means he want his mother to be his woman.
I don't know about
Because the woman done coddled this boy the whole time, and he done laid up under his mama, and she done made him her everything. Now she got somebody else in his life, and this little boy don't know how to let go and share his mother.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's doing all kind of craziness.
Yep.
And the mama wants to have a life now, but she have made this boy feel like she the only woman on this earth for him.
Yep. Yep. Please don't forget to comment, like, share, also,
And subscribe.
and subscribe. But yeah, so how do a man supposed to? He like the woman, and it ain't like he don't like the child. Like, how are you supposed to present that to the woman? Like, this child, if you don't get him together, we're not gonna be able to make it. Like, how do he supposed to put that to the woman so that she gets an understanding? Because it's a lot of relationships that break up because they don't know how to juggle the two when a man is trying to tell,
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. From a man point of view, sometimes you just got to walk away because a woman ain't gonna let you do with so many things to her son. Okay? Period. I don't care if y'all got a baby together. And that's y'all, a woman and her son, she's going to, listen, she's going to make reasons why he did it. She's going to cover up the mess that he does. She's going to say the world is wrong when he wrong. She's going to make him right. That's a hard one, and especially if it ain't your son. 9 times out of 10, the relationship ain't going to work because the mama going to always have these private conversations with her son.
What about the father and the son, and you're bringing in the step parent is the mom?
Well, a lot of times the father see, it's a difference in the dynamic. The father ain't gonna let you mess up. He gonna make you man, you act like a little bitch. Quit acting like da-da-da. If you gonna act like this, what you ain't gonna do is disrespect her in my house. See, a man lay down rules. He put a line in the sand, this is what it's gonna be, you're not gonna disrespect her. Now, if you don't like the way I'm doing, then go stay your ass with your mama. Okay? See, a man is different when it comes down to a man. Because a real man is going to tell his child, you're not going to do this. You're not going to do this. Period. A woman it's like to love by nature. She loves her babies.
Okay.
So she ain't gonna let a man come in and you ain't their mama and daddy. You ain't gonna talk to them no kind of way. And then if she does, if y'all sit down and come to agreement right there with the son, the mother, and the son and all that, y'all sitting there. But at the end of that conversation, she gonna go right behind your damn back and let him do the total opposite of what y'all gonna discuss.
And that's definitely wrong. And I noticed that this happens a lot too in relationships. Like you have a disagreement in front of the child. Like the child come to you and be like, "Mom, can I go to this concert or whatever?" And then you say no, and then go ask the other parent, and the other parent says yes. So y'all not on the, first of all, that's wrong, and both of y'all should get on the child because you already asked me and I said no, so don't go ask the other parent. But what happens a lot of times is the child will get both parents in the situation in the same room, and then now y'all arguing and going back and forth in front of the child.
I got a problem with that. What happened to a certain extent, that relationship between the husband and the wife, it wasn't built on communication. And what I'm saying is, it should be to the point where, let me discuss this with your father. And we'll let you know. If I'm making a decision right now, to me, I'm disrespecting my spouse. Because we're supposed to make decisions together.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, I feel like if you, to me, I don't even blame the kid. I blame the relationship with the parents because your relationship is not solid. And you're forgetting about the fact that like when you get married, you put your husband or your wife, you put them before everybody.
Supposed to.
You're supposed to. And I get that. So sometimes some of these kids are able to manipulate because that relationship with their parents was not built properly. And I really, truly, 100% have a problem with that.
Well, I say like this here, in the structure inside my household, and I often have to reiterate this: don't have private conversations with the kids. And by me saying a private conversation, if it's something that we need to discuss with our children together, we need to sit down and discuss
so
it.
if it's something that involves everybody.
Right. We need to if I got something to say and it need to be said by me and you to our 18-year-old daughter, she needs to know that we are as a collective on the same page and we ain't going for this. But if you riding in the car with her and y'all having a conversation, now you done took the family out of it and you made it about me and mom. Me and mama had an understanding.
And then you sit
Then I come in like I'm the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
When I say I don't know, Daddy, what? Oh hell no! Sit down. We need to talk about this. Now you don't make me look bad, not because you're being a bad mother. It's just that guess what? And it goes back to some of our different episodes. How you was brought up. If you was brought up in a single parent household, your mother talked to you. So you're gonna talk to your daughter like you and your mother did, because that's what you knew.
Yeah. So it's an understanding thing. Now it's a mom and a daddy here.
Right. So now you got to understand that this is the way that family structure works. And you know what? Like I tell people, the hardest thing about life, this day and time raising a child, the abnormal is normal.
Yes.
And that's the damn problem. We need to make the normal back normal. We done abnormalize our damn family structure.
Yeah.
It's normal not to have two parents.
Yeah.
It's normal for a child to be disrespectful to it's normal.
Okay.
And so we got to get back, make the abnormal not normal no more.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a comment,
Okay.
and they're basically agreeing with what we just discussed. It doesn't have to be always the woman have a son. It can be the man have a child as well, so vice versa.
You're right.
Like I agree, because I
You're right.
have personally seen, and part of me agrees with what you're saying, like he wasn't a real man. I have seen a man, a single father with his son, and he gets married, and then the son is bulking, but then the father's kind of like, okay, stop, but then the son is going behind the father's back and antagonizing the stepmom. And then it's like basically like you two are bickering because he's basically pacifying the kid, like, okay, yo, stop. You kind of interrupting my flow, but you're not really like.
You know, and a lot of times as a man, I can say this here. My daddy raised all 5 of us. And what I've learned, like, my daddy a lot of times he would say to us, you trying to make it hard for me. You know, or if the mother is over there not wanting to have nothing to do with you, but yet and still, when you in the house with your father and another woman, she gonna get on the phone and, well, you know, she shouldn't be doing this and she shouldn't be doing that. But she don't want to raise you, but she gonna tell you what somebody else shouldn't be doing. So now you got that child that's calling his mama because he or she wants their mother really in their life, and the mama trying to run the household from where she at with another man. So that's where the problem comes in, and the daddy doing everything he can just to have a little bit of sanity and raise you right.
So how you feel about this? Because I was looking at this post a couple of months ago, and it was an older lady on there. She had to be in like her 80s, and she was stating that a lot of our households are messed up because the woman is supposed to be raising her children, and the man is supposed to be providing and being the protector of his household, and the woman is basically supposed to be there feeding the kids, making sure the house clean, making sure the kids are taken care of. So she's saying that's the way it was back in the day. That's the way they had their structure was in the house. And she's saying that most of the foundations now are broken because the women are out. They think they the man. They think they supposed to be running everything. The kids are out raising themselves. They put the mamas basically don't want the daddy. They think they can do it by themselves. So basically, what she was saying was, as a woman, you're supposed to know your place, and as a man, you're supposed to know your place. And basically, she was saying that the women are supposed to be really raising these kids, and the father is supposed to just come in basically and just help. Like he ain't supposed to be actually the one that's raising kids. The mama's supposed to be raising the kids. So how you feel about?
I feel she's right, because when you take the dynamics of the foundation away, nothing can go right when you building that house. If the foundation ain't right or poured right, that house ain't gonna be stable. And as you see, the family structure is just crumbling, because I hate to say it sounds like a chauvinist. You got too many women, Miss Independent. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need this. And then they get raised by these women that, scorn women because, they couldn't find the right man. So then they pour it into their daughters, and then their daughters have kids that's the same way. And that woman, I don't need to do this and I don't need to do that. Well, who's going to be at home?
So a lot of relationships are being broken because people don't know their part. They not recognizing what they should be doing in the relationship. Because a lot of times now people saying, well, whether this person is weak, I'm strong, or whatever. So you got daddies that's sitting at home with the kids and raising the kids, cleaning the house and doing all this stuff. And basically listening to her, she's saying that's
wrong. That's the way society done made it. You got to understand something. The minute, and it's like this here, I don't care how much money you make, you still a woman. The minute you allow your woman to take your crown and put your ass on the goddamn princess hat, you done fucked up.
But have you really though?
Yes.
But
yes.
There has to be situations.
It ain't no situation. A man is a man. A woman is a woman. I don't care what you say. It ain't no in my world. It ain't. In my world, you a woman, and you run up on me enough, I'm gonna show you that you are a woman. It's like this here. Like I have seen it. Like you got these big, women that
bodybuilders.
Okay, let's say bodybuilders.
Oh, we're talking about studs or bodybuilders.
Whatever, however you want to say it, but I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm just saying. But they run up on you like they're a man, and you put them hands on them. Guess what happened when you go to court? Domestic violence. You jumped on a woman. But you trying to be a man. You can't be a man. If that's the problem, a woman, you ain't made to be a man. If you was a man, the Lord would have made you a man. Stay in a woman's place and a man stay in that place. I guarantee you, at the end of the day, If a woman be a woman, a man be a man like it was traditionally, we wouldn't have the problems we have with our kids.
Okay, here's another comment.
Uh-oh.
There's not a certain part of being a parent. Man, capitalized, is the head and we the tail.
Yeah.
So I think
I have a problem with that comment.
you have, what's the problem?
Yeah.
I have a problem with it. And the only reason why I'm saying is the only reason why I'm sitting here saying is if you have a man and that husband, for whatever reason, can't work, he's unable to work, or a veteran,
He getting a check.
he getting a check though.
But he's still a man.
But he can't. But this is what I'm trying to say though.
Can't provide.
He can provide. He can. No, this is what I'm trying to say. If my husband is a veteran and he's receiving a check, but my husband is not able to get up every day, go out there and work in the workforce,
Okay.
then how is it that it's being? I'm gonna bring it back.
I think this is where you're heading. I think a lot of times in relationships we get together on different levels. So if you're not on the same level, then you're living beyond your means. Then of course some things are going to be thrown off, because if he was always making the money and taking care of the household, whenever something happens, then he's still going to be able to do that if he was. But you're saying a vet.
See, this is the whole problem, and this is the whole problem. I don't care if I'm working at Circle K making $8.50 an hour and you making 80 G's. I'm still a man of the house, and you gonna respect me as the man. I don't care if you.
I'm not disputing that.
Well, okay, but you know
I'm
what I'm saying. I don't care if the man ain't got no legs and had to blow in the whistle to go where he go. He's still the man of the house, and you should treat him as such.
So we're gonna blow the whistle now?
I mean, what I'm saying is, if he the man of the house, he got to be the man. What's happening is women wants to take over and run a household and tell the man what to do. That's the problem.
So with that being said, so you're saying that a lot of times when a man wants to step in and tell the children what they need to do, then the woman is like,
you got a fan.
Then a woman is like, nah, it should be done this way. So,
right, because
so stand your ground as a man.
He the weak one.
I think if you're the man, if you're the man and you say something and she comes in and she disagrees, if that's what you stand on, then that's what the heck should go on.
Right.
Like you this is what's going down. And a lot of men is like, okay, baby, since you make the most money.
Well, see, the problem of it is like this here. One thing my daddy taught me: you never love something so much that you can't let it go. Okay. Mm-hmm. So guess what? When you start trying to demean my character, you know what? Because at the end of the day, somebody knock on the door and come to whoop ass, what you gonna say? Throw the man right in front, get him.
But then too, I think sometimes people leave too quick.
I agree with you.
Some people leave too quick.
Thank you.
You know, like when you're in a relationship, the kids get that showing out, and then the parents get to arguing about what the kids done said.
Well, they ain't gonna be there no way.
And there's no foundation.
Yeah.
They ain't what, but you know, a lot of times I'm just telling you, a real man, like I'm telling you, real men, it ain't finna happen no way. You know that from the word go. I don't care how much you make. But if a man, like this, always people look for excuses to leave. Or we arguing too much, somebody, because they ain't want to be there no way. They look for excuses to leave. But I know I've seen men that ride scooters to work and provide. The woman got a car, he ride the scooter to work, but she still treat him like a man. The problem is too many women this day and time that thinks that because they make more money than the man, they have the right to discredit him, to demean his character and talk junk to him. And then tell him, the first time they get mad, guess what? Get out of my house. That's why my daddy told me, don't move in a woman, let a woman move in with you, or both of y'all names get on the thing. Because a woman will get mad and tell you to get out. Especially if you say something to a little snotty-nosed kid one time the wrong way. Get out of my house. You got to go.
I still go back to that foundation was never solid between the man and the woman.
No.
That foundation was never solid.
No. The man was solid from the word go. When you get with this woman, and it's please hold for the next caller. You got they ain't gonna meet somebody, and she turn into somebody else after you pay the bills. She took you. I'm shit me. I met women. You have it. I have been a man that's been with a woman. You have it.
I am a woman that has been with men.
But what I'm saying is, until you have what I have,
I can't relate with that
you
part.
cannot relate, I'm telling you that
unless I go
some women, and it comes from the mama that raised them.
I can't buy that.
Because the woman that raised them always said, "Don't let a man tell you nothing. Don't let a man know what you got." So a woman is they instill it from a little girl.
But
they put it in them from a little girl, and then you go up trying to get in a relationship with that mess, and then he say something to your child. You can't be talking. Then you had a nerve to tell me that ain't my child. He was my child when I bought him some joints. He was my child when I picked him up from school and he was sick and got some Robitussin.
Yeah, and see that's wrong. So when somebody comes in a relationship and you already have a child, let that other person take that child in as their own.
A woman don't do that.
Oh,
okay,
well, that's the problem.
I'm just telling you.
That's a problem.
Hold on. It's wrong when one parent talks bad about another parent to that child or discuss any problems they may be having with a child. That causes separation in the household.
Yep. Amen.
But that goes back to what you're stating about being in the car and stuff.
Secret conversations. It is the sad part about it is, like I said, abnormal. You was raised in an abnormal family, so you bring in abnormal. How do you say that word? You go educated abnormalities to your relationship.
Okay, so here's a plot twist.
Twist the pot, then.
I'm about to twist the pot.
Twist it.
Hopefully, I can make it connect.
No, counterclockwise.
What occurs when the mother and the father was in the household together, and the father was strict and whatnot, and this was the unity that we're talking about that we don't see nowadays, and then that mother or that father decides, when I have my kids, I'm not gonna allow XYZ to occur. So sometimes it doesn't have to be because of the mother being upset or the mother being venting or irritated, stuff like that. Sometimes you have the parent that says, I'm not gonna do my kids.
I know exactly what you're saying. Like she have a child and he helped raise it.
Yes.
But when he have a child by her, I'm raising my child this way. I seen how you raise that little fool. He ain't trying to be nothing.
Remember when Mercedes was in the car with Terica?
Yeah.
And she says, I thought I would never hit my kid. And Mercedes says, Terica says, I
would never hit my kids.
And Mercedes says, I thought the same thing. So what about if, hypothetically speaking, I'm married to Billy Bob. Me and Billy Bob, and Keonda's the kid. And me and Billy Bob have a strong union, and I'm agreeing with Billy Bob. But Keonda can say my mom's a sellout. Right. My mom never took up for me. Right. So Keonda can decide when I have my kid, Sally Sue, I'm gonna let them do what they want to do. But then now Sally Sue is acting a damn fool. And she wish she had an act treated. But see, this is. I mean, there's a difference. There's always. But what I'm saying is, like I said before, when they leave home and come back. Yeah. We all gonna say, we take a little bit from what our parents do and we try to implement in what we do. But for the most part, the older you get, the more you sit back and turn to your mom and dad and say, I see why they said that. Like my daddy said one time, my oldest brother, he forever showing his ass. He said, you know what? When I was a little boy, and I remember this, he said, if he was in jail or dead, I wouldn't have to worry because I know where he at, and I won't have to worry about it. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times we start to see, like, I'm not gonna whoop my child or do this to my child, but sometimes you got to hit that reset button on their ass. Or if you don't, the police will or somebody in the street will. And sometimes the reset button ain't no coming back from it.
Yeah. And I think when you have more than one child, the one thing that we have to recognize is that they all are different. You can love them all the same, but as far as treating them and doing the same things, it has to be different because they're not all the same kids. So
lying.
I think that's where a lot of parents go wrong, is because they try to give the same discipline or the same things as they would to each and every last one, and you can't do that.
Some of them
but you definitely have to give them all the same.
Like they say in a bakery, all the souffles ain't gonna rise. Okay.
Yep.
All them souffle, all the cookies just ain't gonna taste good. Sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, all of them, I mean, some people gonna be career minded and some people gonna be a junkie. Some people gonna go ahead and be the world's biggest hoe. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. You can discipline them or whatever you want to. And that right there where a child will break up a household, because you don't want your child to be a junkie. You want them to go to rehab, and the other parent in denial. No, they didn't steal the money.
So I'm gonna tell you what I think is a big breakup with the children and the parents. And this is a lot of daddies are very close with their daughters.
You absolutely right.
A lot of moms are close with their sons, and the other person actually get jealous a lot of times when I'm saying it comes to the husband or the wife.
Right.
So dealing with that, and this breaks up a lot of relationships because sometimes the person actually forgets and start treating the child better than they treat their wife.
You know
start treating the
you
husband.
are absolutely right, because I had sons at first, and you're right. And when my daughters came, I just started showing so much.
Were you biased then?
What you mean bias?
Did you show more favoritism towards the girls than you did the boys?
Yeah, all fathers do that.
that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
That's when you become biased.
Bias? What are you talking about? Bias? Use some words I can understand.
Okay, well, use some words I can understand. No, like what I mean is like basically
bias.
That's when, because basically the little girl can't do no wrong. And
I just said. Yeah.
I know. I said that's when you became biased.
That's what he was getting.
I was agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you. That's when you became biased.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I had to learn that because with my daughters, I became more compassionate. With a son, you want to raise them to be little boys, so you are not compassionate. But with a little girl, it's like, that little bottom lip stick out. Oh Lord Jesus, what is it? Here you go. Come on, let me put you in the car and go buy you what you want. Because I always wanted them to have what I didn't have, and it's to the point of when I come through the door, I reach down and kiss me. Hey, little baby, my daughter, and then I say.
You don't dap them up or nothing? The boys? I'm talking about the boys.
I mean, the boys, you got to understand, my son 30 and his sister 11.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was...
we didn't know the age difference.
No, but I'm just saying the gaps. But what I'm saying is, with little girls, I would walk through the door and I show them, hey, get them comfort. And my wife sitting there like, hey. And she was like, all I get is a hey.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was just like she playing, but...
You started recognizing
I recognized that it really hurt her.
Yeah.
And and I didn't mean it. I just thought I forgot that I was showing them more attention than my wife. So I had to learn that everybody needs attention. I had to learn how to.
How did you balance it?
Trial and error.
So basically, you started trying to do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I didn't do it like, okay, this is what you need.
Yeah.
I would like before I leave, I would, get ready to kiss her, but when she put her lips up, I'd look in the mouth or something. Just she's like,
oh, that's just nasty.
I mean, but it's
I'm just joking.
I'm just trying to bridge the gap. And then like with my baby girl, that's my my oldest girl, we got a different relationship from the baby girl. The baby girl, her mama worked second shift, so she was around me all the time growing up. So she went to work with me in the mornings. So she was in the construction garage up under the cars with me. So we got a total different relationship. So I had to learn that how to love each one of them individually. And you're right, that can mess up a relationship because you'll start showing your daughters more attention than you showing your wife.
Yeah.
And you really don't know that until somebody bring it to your attention. And then you'll be like, I'm just trying to be a good father. But you got to be a good
her too.
Right.
Yeah.
So It's a
Yeah.
task and it's trial and error because I was raised by a father.
Yeah.
So he was like, raised like a man would.
Mm-hmm.
A woman put compassion in you. A man make you a provider.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that. We got a comment, but I want to go back to that because it brings back to what Keonda stated. The comment says, I think kids only break up relationships in the home only if you allow them to. And then somebody says, I'm weak with 3 emojis with tears coming out their eyes.
Probably about that bias.
Probably. Probably. But, shit,
Come on.
I stated.
yes, I want to come back to something. So Keonda was watching something, and the lady stated that the mom is supposed to raise the kids and take over everything, and the man is supposed to come in and be the provider.
Right.
And that, how, help me with this, just elaborate on the why. How does that, when does the man step up? And if that was the way that it was back in that time period, and you're saying that we're missing that now, then in what way does the man step up if I'm the breadwinner and if I'm out here taking care of the home and the wife is raising the kids? When does the man first interact with the kids to show them this is what a man does?
But the thing about it is you don't have to show nobody nothing. A kid looks and
They
see.
know.
They learn from looking. Daddy gets up, daddy go to work. He come home, he coming there with the stinking feet sitting on the couch. He tell you that, hey, go get my plate, whatever. Y'all sit there and talk to daddy. He instills what he needs to instill in you while he's at home.
Okay.
Mama instills what she needs to instill in you while daddy gone away.
Yep.
And when they come together, you got a covalent bond.
Yes.
Daddy is
What does that
daddy.
mean, covalent?
Covalent bond means all y'all together.
You on the same?
Yeah. Okay.
And that's a lot of times that's going on. A lot of kids, they're listening to what you say, but they're also looking at what you do, and they're looking at what you do more than they're listening to what you say, because you're trying to teach a kid by telling them you need to go do this, you need to do that, but they're actually watching you.
Yeah.
So when they see a mom doing what she do, cooking, cleaning, doing all of that, then they're learning off of that. When they see a dad going out providing and doing all of that, then they're looking at these things. So you don't even have to really say too much with your mouth, because they're watching. This is what they're learning off of.
Exactly.
So if you want to have a solid foundation and you want to build on something, you have to actually show these children what they need to do so that they can have a nice path to go by, because you telling them, they don't know.
And you got to really, the one thing is you got to, no matter what I've learned, that you have to, when y'all come together as a family in a unit, the mother have to allow the father to be the king that he is.
Okay.
And if she might not agree with what he said, that's why y'all talk before y'all even get in front of the family. Y'all have y'all mom and daddy meeting, but you never let the kids see y'all do it in front of you. Because they're going to find a niche in the armor, and they're going to go to mama, I don't like the way daddy talk to you. And before you know it, you and the child having an adult conversation about the daddy. Now the child is making his own, he or she are making their own opinion about how they feel about their daddy. Well, I ain't going to let daddy talk to me like that. So, and the mama gassing you up to get your ass whooped.
And she should be nipping that in the
Right, the child turn around and, who the fuck is you talking to?
So
I tell my mom.
We got a comment, and then I got a question. A great man doesn't have to show anything, because the kids can see what daddy do every day by leaving for work and mom doing the housework.
That's right.
What happens when, in this day and age, daddy is away in prison and daddy comes home? Or daddy is in the military and daddy went out and did, daddy is sporadically in and out the home because of the tours and stuff, or re-enlisting. How do you connect that? How do you refocus that and make that foundation solid?
The thing about it is, I have never seen a military family that a man is in the military, when he come home, they know what it is. Just that simple.
And what about in the army? What about in jail?
Well, the thing about it is now we get back to abnormal. It's the normal. But 9 times out of 10, if it's a good woman, she got a good, solid man in her relationship that's helping with that child. Because every time I see a woman that a man go to penitentiary and this lady, she get her life together, she go get somebody totally opposite and they raise that child right. She go get somebody totally opposite of what she had because she know it ain't nothing good with a hustle. And somebody that's out here not doing right in the world. And if she the right kind of woman, she was like, I done had that life. You done heard it before. I done had that. I don't want that no more.
Okay, we got a comment, but if maybe you guys can understand it.
Mm-hmm.
What about if mommy in prison? Why does it always have to relate on daddy?
Oh, vice versa.
Right. Well, you know what the thing about it is the sad part about it is everything is based upon the man. Mm-hmm. It's not too many conversations of mama being locked up. But it's plenty of women. But it happens.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
you
not
got babies
that.
born in prison.
No, but I'm just saying it's that question. What he's asking, why is always daddy? But because it's the thing of it is you got to understand. He answering every question. It's all about daddy.
Yeah.
It's all usually daddy is the one to make everything happen. You mess up in school. What they say? They don't ask for your mama. They say, "Where your daddy at?" Nobody don't want to talk to mama when you in trouble.
And that's because nowadays it's abnormal.
Right.
Because nowadays it's Mrs. Smith, Miss Smith, Miss
Women
Jones.
didn't really go to prison back in the day. Mm-hmm. Just like I said, they abnormal.
Yes,
it's normal now.
Yeah.
It's not normal. It's abnormal. Women didn't go get in trouble. Mm-hmm. Women, they couldn't leave the house. No way. They were making food and taking care of the house. The daddy might go to the liquor house and act the fool and come home. But the mama was usually the solid rock foundation. Big mama at the house, or she goes somewhere to the liquor house and take the machete like my grandma used to do and drag the granddaddy out of there and put Bud in the liquor house. Yeah.
So how do you come to an agreement on discipline? Like if one wants to spank and the other one is wanting, different discipline, like how do you come to agreement on that?
It's never gonna be agreement because in my household, my wife is the Dalai Lama. Oh God, no. You know who?
She the good cop.
No, she just don't like no violence, please. If she come to me and say they did something, it's just to the point that cause I'm telling you, she gonna turn like that left cheek, right cheek. She gonna do everything it is before she say here.
So you know it's bad
when the Dalai Lama tell you to put the Martin Luther King tell you to put some hands on somebody, you know that
it don't got that bad.
Yeah, because no, it's never gonna be okay. Whoop my child. It's never gonna be. If I hit my daughters, I get sick. I literally get nauseated, sick. It just does something to me because I don't like to see them look at me like because I'm the Jolly Green Giant when I'm beat.
Me personally, I don't think that, and this is, the thing with me, I don't think that a man should spank his daughters. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I think that it allows, it allows her to think that it's okay, for a man.
Yeah, and I respect that.
So.
And I just feel like
to talk to him, but just to actually whip him or hit him with something.
Because you don't know the level. Like with a man, you don't know your strength when you're upset.
Yes,
and you might hit her too hard.
Yeah.
Or you might hit her to where she, like my older daughter,
toughen up and
you say raise your voice at her, she shut down so you can't. I just feel like if you can, the man that you are, and you put that certain look in your face and it's enough for a daughter.
Yes.
Nigga, we good. Nah.
Okay, parents have to be on the same page when raising kids.
Yes.
Well, and that's not going to always happen.
It's not going to always happen, but you need to
you should.
95% of the time.
Yes.
Now, some of the time, a daddy can be wrong or you can be wrong because of the way you was raised.
Yes.
So sometimes, like with me, you got mommy questions and you got daddy questions. You need to go ask your mama that.
Daddy, what time mama coming back?
Huh?
Have you not seen that T-shirt where the kid asks all the questions about?
Yeah.
Do you guys believe that family therapy, can help a relationship with the kids and the parents?
No.
Why? I'm asking you why.
Because the therapists don't know the dynamics of my family. What the thing about it is everybody's family is not the same.
It's not supposed to be the same.
Okay, well, how you gonna tell me about my family? If
Well,
you
they're
don't
not
know?
telling you about your family. They're trying to figure out where the chaos is occurring from and trying to give you alternatives on how to work around it.
Like you asked me a question, I said no. I think that.
Well, I don't like your answer.
She wants you to.
I'm saying that what it might be okay for you to eat cereal in the daytime in Kiana's house. Well, you only eat cereal till it's breakfast time. That's what the cereal for. Okay? It might be okay for somebody to drive without a license at our house because you don't need them until you get stopped by the police. In my house, maybe you got to do it right by the law.
And I'm glad you said that too, because sometimes children are not, because I think that you still should have a relationship with the co-parenter. So if y'all co-parenting, and y'all still should have a relationship, and it should be a reasonable relationship. So I do think that y'all should be on the same page. If the daddy's in one house and the mama's in one house, I still think that y'all should try to be on the same page. And you definitely can't be having sex with each other, mama and the daddy. Like if the daddy's in this household and the mama's in this household, and then y'all still having sex, and now
Why you can?
why
So
you can't?
She can't get her nut. He can't get his.
No, together. Like together, mama and daddy still having sex, and then when y'all fall out, then now the child is involved, and you're using
Yeah.
the child as a yo-yo,
like a pawn.
Yeah.
Oh well, because you ain't doing this, well, I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to tell my
I'm mad
baby.
at your mama right
So
now.
now you can go. So normally when you come over my house, I wouldn't let you go to this
Right,
party.
but now since she ain't getting up to twist
go
side,
ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna do this just to goddamn make your mama mad.
I just
Come
want to tell
on.
my baby daddy who's listening, I apologize because I did all of that.
Well, you know, it ain't never
I apologize.
it ain't never too late to get your soul saved.
But that's what happens a lot of times, because a lot of these couples, I think when it's over, it should be over. You definitely, because a lot of baby mamas and baby daddies still be in relationships, and your relationship has to be very limited when y'all separated.
Let me tell you something. The best thing to ever break up a relationship is called child support. You put that shit like Superman and Kryptonite. You hear me? We done. The minute you go put child support, we are done.
But
I don't want nothing. Look at the vagina. I don't want nothing. No, especially because that's expensive. They're with that child support.
Okay, everything starts with communication.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I also
Everything starts with respect. You need the respect, and then once you get the respect, then communication is easy. But if somebody don't respect you, how you gonna communicate with them?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cameron, what you say?
Yes. That's true.
I mean, if it's no respect, how you gonna have a decent
But
conversation?
yeah, and that's true, because a lot of people don't have respect for themselves.
You
You doing
got-
everything in front of your child.
Right.
All this disrespectful stuff in front of your child, then the child doing it, then they get in front of daddy or mama and they doing it.
Right.
You've been allowing them to do it the whole time, and you've been showing them, because you've been doing it, so they ain't doing nothing but repeating after what you did.
Well, they want to live with me. I bet they do. They ain't got to go to bed at 5 in the morning. they ain't got no nothing. They, look, girl, just doing the head she want to. You wonder why she stay in the clinic.
Lord.
What?
Okay, I guess the little girl a hoe. Okay, so when the child turns 18, her mom ain't no hoe. Her mama just, past the wood barn.
When the child turns 18.
When the child turns 18, that relationship should end unless it's life and death. So are you talking about the relationship with the
Parents?
are you talking about a co-parenting relationship? Can you please reply real quick? 'Cause I'm
When the
just
child
curious.
turns 18, that relationship should end unless it's life and death. I guess it's the relationship with
Well,
The two
because
co-parenting?
because as long as I'm a parent, I still have a relationship with all of mine.
Well, the thing
I
about
want one.
No, I'm talking about, I think the person is talking about the relationship should end with okay, when you say yes, can you just elaborate on what we saying yes to? Like, are you saying that you believe that the relationship should end if the co-parenting, and that the parent should no longer be having any
that's
type
what she's talking about with the other parent.
Huh?
So
if y'all in different households, the relationship with the other parent. So
Thank you.
The co-parent.
Thank
So-
you.
No, I think.
But it don't still end.
No, the thing about it is, My oldest son is not my wife, but she's been around him his whole life. So I don't never think the person that's influential in your life should ever stop being your parent, because they got a hell of an influence over the way you would read.
But not the child.
That's not what she's saying.
She's saying like if you had a woman on the other with your son's mom. No, your son's mom. Your relationship with your son's mom should end when they're 18. Like you should have nothing else.
No, that's not right, because y'all still got a child together.
But I think,
mine's ended when they left. Mine is to a certain extent, because everything I do basically goes through my children. Because,
but if you and Roy broke up, y'all still y'all still need to have a relationship in case something happened to the kid and y'all need to be there for you. It always should be a dialogue there, regardless if y'all in a relationship or not.
I disagree.
Look, your child is sick. You should be, no matter what is his birthday, you should say happy birthday. I
should say happy birthday to Roy.
To the
co-parent.
I say happy birthday to one person.
Wait a minute. If me and my husband break up, we got a child together, I should wish him happy birthday.
I know somebody. To this day, I respect my child's mother, and I say happy birthday to her. She'll call and say happy birthday to me.
I know somebody, him and his girl just fell all the way out because of that. Because the other woman was still looking for something from him and felt like, why are you telling her happy birthday? She still wants you. Like, I'm telling you,
that has got nothing. But I'm just saying.
Sometimes some things send along mixed signals, and when you're saying happy birthday, or how you doing today?
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'm telling you, my child's mother, my son's mother will call me and say happy birthday, or I'll be sitting there and I will tell my wife, oh, so and so called, it's her birthday. I said happy birthday. I mean, she got a daughter. Her daughter used to go to dance class with our daughter. I don't want no messed up village.
Sometimes I think
it's too much. It's too hard to have chaos.
So we're making it hard for you over here. But
no, I'm just saying. Why? If I'm not laying that wood to you, we good. We ain't got no argument.
But see, I never.
The arguments come when you lay in the wood.
The argument don't come because you lay in the wood.
Yes, it does.
No, the argument can still come because I'm a woman.
I'm telling. No. Listen.
She's saying that she still has feelings, and you're saying and you're sending mixed signals. Then sometimes
happy birthday.
That's sending a mixed signal. You ain't said nothing to me the whole time, and now it's my birthday. Now what's going on with him?
That's a psycho thing.
Wait.
I agree.
That's a psycho.
Wait, no.
Happy birthday does not mean let's go. They gonna do the ruffle duffle.
See, but you're saying that, but that's only for some people, because guess what? If a person is telling you that I still want a relationship with you, I still want you, I still want our family back together, and they keep sending you this. They're telling you. They're telling you these things, and then you send them happy birthday.
Oh,
come on! You know this person wants you, and most of the time that when people split up, the person used the child as
a pawn.
Yes, yeah. And when they're using the child as that, and you know that a lot of times it's best for you just to be dealing with the child.
Yeah, I wouldn't go in that deep. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just scratching the surface.
Okay. So I have my hand up. Please acknowledge me.
Okay.
Tap me in.
What did it say?
We got 5. You gotta start at somebody agreed with yes, then co-parenting, then life and death. It's all about respect. I agree. They was agreeing with you. I wish my husband would call the woman and wish a happy birthday wish. See, I disagree with that. I'm gonna tell you why.
Which one you disagree with?
The happy birthday.
I disagree with that.
I agree.
Because I'm gonna tell you why though. No, I disagree. Because if me and my kid's father started off as friends, and if we didn't work together, if it didn't last, then if I'm calling to wish him happy birthday or happy Father's Day and happy Mother's Day, that is showing that kid, where it goes back to what Juan, it shows that kid respect. I know it does, because basically it shows you that you can, just because XYZ didn't work out.
That's not your
We
father.
can't, Steve.
That's not your father. That's your kid's dad. If she want to wish him a happy birthday, she wish him happy. If she want to wish him happy Father's Day, she wish him.
Well, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. But listen. Listen to me now. But listen, let me ask you this question now. You can't wish him happy birthday, but if the motherfucker died, you can go to the funeral.
Who going to the funeral?
The woman.
Who?
The woman. She going to the baby daddy funeral. But okay, so we got to comment. But this is what I'm saying. But like this is what.
No,
but this is what I'm
saying. No, you dead now.
But
but you'll go to the funeral though.
Yeah,
but you can't say happy birthday.
My husband ain't tell him happy birthday, did he?
But that's childish.
Look, me and my husband going to the funeral. My husband ain't calling tell you happy birthday because look. Now vice versa, your woman and her baby daddy sitting up there telling her happy birthday. He every time it comes.
I think we all.
But you ain't had to deal with it, so.
But the thing about it is this here. I think, and that is the truth. I think we all can be cool.
Should be.
Now that just. I'm telling you. I thank the Lord that I had the babies I have by people, because till this day, we all can go over my son's grandmother's house, and she accepts all the kids, my wife, me, everybody was there taking Easter pictures and everything, and I'm blessed to have it, because I mean I'm being honest, but that's what I always wanted. I'm cool with family. I'm a family-oriented person. And because we didn't make it in the bedroom, that don't mean my son don't need to have a solid front to the day he leaves this earth.
Thank you. Two questions. I think that's what I don't understand about men. And they don't think as deep as women. But we as women know how women think. I so disagree with that.
I agree with that too, because my wife had to tell me, no, see, you look at it like this, but
from a man, yep.
See, I know what's underlying.
But
she
knows the underlying.
No, that's because you had to deal with it.
Okay, so you don't know. Okay, so I had to.
You ain't married.
But she said that. She said, no, men don't look at stuff the way a woman does.
That's true.
And she tell me that all the time. I tell me, no,
yeah,
see,
that's true.
You this. But see, I know how messy women can be. You doing this, and they thinking that, and you don't even be looking at it like that.
Okay, I'm gonna read the second comment.
One moment. And I'm gonna say this for real in that way, because men think that way in the shop a lot of times. A man can give a compliment to a woman and just be giving a compliment, and she would take it so far. Oh, we go together. All he have to do is just tell her, that's a nice dress. And she looking, coming in every week like, shoot, we go together. Hey, how you doing? But last week you told me I had on a nice dress. I just gave you a compliment.
You're right.
They take stuff so far. I see it all.
Then they come bring you a plate every week.
I get that part.
I cooked this on Friday, some neck bones. And
come on.
I love to have a plate.
My compliment.
Now here she coming with a plate. And y'all, everybody in the Bible like, here she come with that damn play with her
yes.
Well, if you can teach me how to cook some neck bones, I greatly appreciate it. I don't know how. Next comment. Why would you contact the other parent on their birthday? Allow the child to contact the father or the mother for that, as far as birthday or Mother's Day or Father's Day. I truly 100% believe that if you have two parents and they have a good relationship, it strengthens the bond and it helps to make the child solid. I truly 100%. I agree with that.
Look, I agree.
But you just
I just don't agree when the other person is not ready.
Okay, but when the other person is not ready,
sometimes they're never ready.
I can see that.
Yes.
I can see that.
But I understand what she's saying, because
you should be able to
like she said, men we don't look at stuff the same way a woman do. Or vice versa. When you be like, oh, he cool, like, nah, that nigga want to hit. I can tell when he looking at you, that nigga trying to hit. Am I right, cameraman? Nah, I see the way he be cutting eyes and looking at you. He be, he trying to hit something.
Yeah.
Now, and a woman got that intuition like a man, like, nah, it's one thing him being cool with you, but even, if I was doing something, maybe come to fix your car, what do I do first?
contact the
The man for nine, come no, sir. No, that man know how to do karate. He never kicked himself out there with.
Stupid.
But I'm just saying, and I understand where you're coming from a woman's point of view.
And so in this instance, I think it is great if you can have, when it's the birthday, everybody get together. I think that is great. I think that's the way that it should be.
That's the way it should be.
But
That's what I'm talking about.
I definitely feel that both people have to be ready for that, and both parts have to know their part and know that the person is ready. Because sometimes the other person can't take that. Sometimes y'all relationship split, on a bad term, and it's never gonna mend. Some people just can't get that, and that happy birthday stuff and how you doing today just ain't gonna. It ain't gonna fly.
It's time to close.
So, but. So we're going to go ahead and close out with our remarks, and we're going to start with one. So, on do children break up relationships, and try to give like some type of solution.
The solution I say is basically I do think a child can break up a relationship if a mother and father, their relationship isn't strong. But I think if you sit down and get a child the rules and the values, and y'all come up with some type of blueprint or template of how things should go, and try to start off real slow. Basically, if you co-parent, if you just bringing somebody in that is not their parent. But for the most part, I think that if you come together and y'all start off real slow, bring the kid in and bring the parent, y'all start off slow and see how it's really going to work. And if you see that it's going to be some ruckus, then don't. But for the most part, I really think a child can and will break up a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't have a comment. I just have a question.
Uh-huh.
When you say real slow, are we talking about a man marrying a woman, or are we talking about the man and the woman having a baby together, and the grandparents and everybody else is picking?
What I mean real slow is like if a woman got a child, a little boy, and she bring a man into his life, and he's never had that in there. Slowly, 1 day out of a month, 2 days out of a month, and you see how that man and that boy working together, and you see if it's gonna actually gel.
Yeah, allow him to.
Just to see, but don't just say here, this is a part of your life and deal with it. Because as a person that grew up with people that wasn't in the house, that wasn't your parent, people do one thing when the parent around, and when the parent ain't around, treat you like dog shit. And you, as a child, you too scared to say a person doing you wrong. Because the only thing the mother sees is how nice the parent does that person do you when they're around.
I don't have a comment.
Okay. What I would like to say is that a lot of times we have children by people and we don't know their backgrounds. Mm-hmm. So I think before you have a child by somebody, look at their mama, look at they daddy, yes. Look at where they come from, because these are the people that raise the person that you're about to have a child with. So a lot of things that they're going to do and a lot of their parenting is going to come from their parents. So, and I can't say this enough, like my husband and he loves his mom. So I already knew that he was going to love his wife and his daughters and treat me a certain kind of way. So when a man is engaged with his mama, and he love his mom, when he afraid of you telling his mama something bad about
infectious.
him, you got a good one.
Like, you can't be a mama boy.
Don't be. It's not even a mama's boy. It's somebody that got respect.
I'm not calling you a mama boy.
There's somebody who got respect and they love their mama, so they respect and they love their wife. They love their kids.
Right.
It's a different kind of love. And then what happens is a lot of times these moms that know that they got a good man, they sit up there, when they separate, they tend to forget that this is a good parent. Mm-hmm. He may not be a good husband or a good man for you, but don't forget that he still was a good father to those kids. Yeah. So don't take that away from that man or that woman. When y'all was together, they was a good parent, and now y'all don't separate it, and now you feel like they gonna do something to the child. Just because the relationship with y'all done ended, don't allow the relationship with the child to end also, because we got to raise our kids as a village. And don't forget about the parents. Thank you all so much. And if one thing, don't forget, Like, subscribe, and compliment. And don't, if you're a fall for anything, wait a minute.
Ask them about their what they want topics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't forget to put in your topics. You can put it on this page, the topics that y'all want to talk about. You can put in the comments. I'm gonna give you an email next week. So stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Thank you all.
Come back and see us, y'all.